Good evening, church. So I have two testimonies. One is short and one is sweet, okay? So the first one, some of you guys know I have a small business called Amalisha Naturals. So I run that business with my sister. We hand make natural hair care, skincare, body care products. And earlier this year, we were invited to apply for a small business grant for $20,000. And we applied for this grant previously in 2020. We did not get it. So when we were invited to apply for it, I was like, fine, I'll do it, but we're probably not going to get it. Just had this negative mentality about it. Put in the application for it, forgot about it, honestly, moved on with my life, kept doing things. 3 months later, we received an email that we needed to respond to this email by the close of business that day, or we would forfeit the $20,000 grant that we were awarded. And I missed the email, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I saw the email the following day, and I started screaming, and I responded to them, and I was like, is it too late? And they were like, no, it's not too late. Congratulations. So we were awarded $20,000 for our business. So that's the first one.
Hallelujah.
Thank you. So we thank God for that. It's only God, and everything comes at the right time, because this year was a little bit harder for our business than it had been. So it was like the perfect ending to this year. So that's the short one. Now here's the sweet one. We were in church. This was about, I think it was August. And Pastor Benjamin had said that there was somebody in church who was having problems with their family and, to come up. And I was like, man, I know he's talking about me. But I didn't come up. I was like, nope, I'm not going up there. And I sat there, but my spirit was like, you need to talk to him. So at the end of service, I came to him and I told him, I was like, Pastor Benjamin, I think that you were talking about me. So can you just pray for me and my family? I didn't really go into details about what had been going on. But to make it short, there's been a number of conflicts in my family. One of the major ones being I hadn't spoken with my older sister in almost 3 years. And that after Pastor Benjamin prayed for me that day, I actually had a lunch date planned with my two of my good friends. So I left church, went home, and then went to meet them for lunch. And it just so happens that two of my girlfriends asked me about my sister, that Pastor Benjamin had just finished praying for me for. And I'm like, why are you guys asking about her? She doesn't even live here. You guys never asked about her. They're like, we love her. Where is she? Call her. So I told them kind of what was going on, and they're like, no, you need to call her. The next day I called my sister. We made up. We have been talking. It's not back to where we were before, but it was just so amazing that it happened just like that. And by that Monday, it was Sunday, by Monday afternoon, me and my sister were having on the phone, laughing and talking and crying and talking about how we missed each other and how we hadn't seen each other and how we cannot let this happen to each other again. And so I just thank God for that. I thank God for healing. There's more too. In that same time frame, I lost my aunt, my dad's eldest sister. And of course, death sometimes has a way of bringing families together. My dad, who hadn't spoken with some of his brothers in some time, I have a photo that I took of them during the repast after the funeral with his brothers that he hasn't talked to in 10 years. So, there's lots of breakthroughs going on in my family with regards to healing and forgiveness and moving forward, and things that have been going on for decades are now being healed. So I just thank God for
Praise
the
the
breakthrough.
Lord.